Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. I am going to be talking to you about the importance of using nonverbal communication. Have you ever been guilty of zoning out during a conversation or noticing that your mood has changed based on what other people are wearing or even what you're wearing? I'm going to reveal the importance of using effective nonverbal communication. You use nonverbal communication in everyday life, so understanding what it is and what your role is in nonverbal communication is highly important. I have read and completed all the assignments for chapters 1 through 13 of Understanding Human Communication by Robert Alder in Communication 101, Fundamentals of Oral Communication. I have also gathered outside resources that have given me an understanding and knowledge of nonverbal communication. We are going to talk about three main key points today. The first one is going to be what is nonverbal communication, how you can communicate nonverbally more effectively will be number 2, and number 3 is why you would want to use effective nonverbal communication. First, it is important to understand what nonverbal communication is. In our textbook, nonverbal communication on page 162 is said to be the process of conveying messages without using words. So this brings us to what all is entailed in nonverbal communication, or how much nonverbal communication is. 93% of all communication is nonverbal, leaving only 7% verbal communication. This creates the 7% rule. And these percentages are really just the importance of what is attributed to communication. Our body language, our facial expressions, our voice, our appearance, and even the way we present ourselves are very important and powerful to nonverbal communication. Next, we are going to learn how we can communicate nonverbally more effectively. Facial expressions don't lie. These are closely related to thoughts and feelings of those who are communicating. You want to be aware of your facial expressions and also practice relaxing your facial muscles in front of a mirror and try practicing a more open gaze or even a smile. Making proper eye contact is huge. You want to look at somebody when you're talking to them and when they're talking to you, but you don't want to stare off into their soul and into their eyes and make it really uncomfortable. Body language and posture matter. Standing up straight or sitting up straight and facing the audience openly creates a more welcoming tone. But when your arms are crossed or your legs are crossed, even your hands in your pockets, that creates a more turned off, uninterested vibe from you as a communicator. It also may be important to use gestures or move around as you're talking to help emphasize your points and ideas. Finally, we're going to learn how, and well, not how, but why it's important to use effective nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication enhances understanding of meanings and verbal messages. It helps clarify, emphasize, and it even contradicts spoken words. Nonverbal communication offers a more complete picture of the communicator's intent and emotions to help give a more better understanding and leave room for no miscommunication. Nonverbal communication helps make a good first impression. And these first impressions are created within the first 7 seconds of meeting somebody. So you can imagine how important these are because you don't ever get a second one. Trustworthiness can be determined through body language more so than through verbal words. Actions speak louder than words, right? When nonverbal cues match with words, they increase trust, clarity, and build rapport with those you are communicating with. Now that you have learned what effective nonverbal communication is and the importance of nonverbal communication, you will now be able to put the techniques you use to use in your future conversations. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss the importance of using effective nonverbal communication with you today. We have learned what nonverbal communication is, how you can communicate nonverbally more effectively, and why this is important. Using what you learned today will make you a more effective nonverbal communicator. Thank you so much and have a great day. And I do want to just take into account that there are 5 adults here for this presentation, and I will open up to any questions. Anybody have any questions on why nonverbal communication is important?
I don't necessarily have a question, but I guess it's just a reminder for myself because, I mean, everybody knows, that the different things they do can be with nonverbal can be taken different ways, but I'm one of those people that the face tells everything. So I like that suggestion that you had for like looking in the mirror and just like practicing a calm face, or so that you don't give people the wrong idea when they're talking to you and you're making different uh, facial expressions. So I think it was a good reminder.
Yeah, I needed it too, so it was definitely one I had to put in there. Any others? I think that should do it. So we are good to go. Thanks, guys.